Well, we've been here a week now, Alan, and we're not doing that well, are we?
I don't know. I had a couple of good ones, but...
Yeah, but we've worked hard and we've struggled, haven't we? We've had, what, 4 fish, 2 small ones, 2 good ones.
Yeah.
But we really like a real big one, wouldn't we?
Well, that's what we come for, isn't it?
Yeah.
50-pounder, really, isn't it?
Yeah. With the first, I thought we'd score in the first swim where all the snags were. I hooked and lost one there, and I thought, well, this is it, we're going to get some.
Yeah.
And it had the hallmarks of a good swim, didn't it? There was an area to the right, the reserve, where no one can fish. It was only recently exposed area because the water had dropped, hadn't been fished, and it should have gone well, but for some reason it didn't.
I don't even see a couple of fish jump one evening, didn't we?
Yeah. So we wasted, what, 2 or 3 days there, didn't we?
Yeah, hooked and lost one, like you say.
And then we went right up the other end of the lake, about 5 miles, on that sort of point, last place you can fish before the dam.
Yeah.
And
you had the, well, that's where we had the big fish, wasn't it? Both of the big fish there.
We had a 42, I had a 42, and he had a 38 and 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the cameras weren't available then, so we never got those on film, and we had a double each, didn't we?
Yeah.
But even then it wasn't going how we expected, was it?
No, no, it was sort of 1 fish a day if we were lucky, you know, or 1 chance a day, wasn't it? And to get these big fish, you need to be getting a few more chances than that, really, don't you?
Yeah. That was a difficult decision, wasn't it, to move away from there. In the end, we decided to move to a point that's just across the bay here. And that all went wrong, really, didn't it? Because we were confident of catching. Again, I hooked and lost a fish, didn't I? And then, unfortunately, the wind got up really strong. And all this dying weed and vegetation just got on our lines. In fact, it sewed up all your lines altogether, didn't it? And you had to cut them all in the end, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
And we had to leave some line in the lake, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought that was going to be it, though, when that old buzzer went that evening. And we went out in the boat and the big fish was on. I think it was a big fish. I mean, it was a long way out, but expected it to be clear of the snags. Got the line off 2 or 3 snags, didn't we? And then was playing it under the boat in the middle of the lake. And the fish was definitely on, although it was snagged. We kept going over the snag and the sounder, and it was showing up the fish on the sounder, wasn't it? So we knew the fish was still on, and it must have been out about
that was really interesting.
Yeah, must have been out about 3/4 of an hour trying to get it off the snag, but just couldn't shift it in the end, did we?
You notice how the fish on the ecosand, the fish was always 6 or 7 foot above the snag rather than down by the snag. It was always in mid-water. And we saw it swim in and out of view, didn't we, on the ecosand? That was really interesting, that.
It was in about 20 foot of water, wasn't it, there?
Yeah. I think we would have stayed there and possibly caught, but the wind got so strong, we just had to give up. And there was 3 Dutch guys here where we are now, wasn't there? And they had a couple of good fish, a couple of 22 kilo fish, I think they were. And it made sense to move across here, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they'd spent some time here. They'd been done the best part of a week, hadn't they? And had the 2 big fish, so decided to give it a go. But that don't look like it's such a good idea now. Some more anglers turned up, and
well, yeah, we came in here late yesterday afternoon, didn't we? Well, mid-afternoon, and
had the place to ourselves to start with.
Unfortunately, we had some guys moving extremely close, which is a bit worrying, because I think when you've got 9 lines going out off that point like they are, it can cut the fish off if they're coming in that way.
Yeah.
Too many lines across the lake, I think, stops them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if they're tight lines, which invariably they are, aren't they, at these long ranges we're fishing. But the lake's just not fishing, is it? I mean, most people are coming over for a week or 2 weeks and going home with nothing.
That's right.
English, Dutch, Germans. Not many French, which is quite strange, isn't it? You hardly ever see French anglers on.
Yeah, you'd imagine, speaking to the percentage of people here, you'd imagine it was somewhere in Holland, not somewhere in France, wouldn't you? Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that this is quite a difficult lake, although there's a lot of big fish in it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get a shoal of 500 fish moving like you can on some lakes, like Chanticleer, for instance, but I think here you're just relying on small groups or single fish coming in. And it's really, well, I like to call it a man's lake, really. It's not a boy's lake at all, is it?
Well, 6,000 acres. What was you reckoning the other night? You reckoned how many fish per acre? Or how many acres per fish?
Well, there might only be 1 fish every couple of acres for all we know. That's not a very good stocking density really, but there you go. We've got a few days left and we'll keep struggling on and see if we can catch something. When you arrive at a big water like this, the first thing we normally do is plan our arrival so we get here in the morning. That gives us time to drive around the whole lake, looking at all the different swims, meeting anglers, talking to them, finding out if there's any pattern emerging. One end of the lake might be producing fish, the other end might not be. Deep water might be, or more shallow water might be, and things like that. So we normally spend quite a few hours driving and walking around the lake, and that can take all day. Then we sort of, it comes naturally then, you put things together, you know, you say, well, I fancy this spot, or I don't fancy that spot because of whatever reasons. And really it's a matter of surveying the lake first, isn't it? Because if you haven't been for 2 months, if your last visit was 2 months ago, it can change a lot, can't it? Oh, yeah. The water level can be 20 foot lower from when you last came.
Yeah.
So you've really got to approach it as a new lake each time, haven't you, really? It's tempting when you first arrive to jump in a swim where someone's already catching, isn't it? But that's not necessarily the best thing to do all the time, is it?
No, quite often the swim's been hammered, like it could be well over-baited, you know. You find that people turn up to France and they think by sticking in 200 weight of maize they're going to catch loads and loads of fish, which obviously don't happen. Another thing as well, there's been lines out in the same area for a long time, which we've always found tends to stop fish coming in after a while, doesn't it, even if there is a lot of bait out there.
Yeah, yeah. So what we normally do is just get the boat out, don't we, in an area we perhaps fancy, and we do a lot of echo sounding,
That's
don't we?
it, go around the area, look in the points and bays, have a look at what the sort of features are on the bottom, you know, the depths of the water, just how bad the snags are, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
A good example was when we put the sounder on over on the point. It was about 150 yard out from the bank, and it was still only in 6 foot of water, which is a bit too shallow for what we'd want to fish in this time of year, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah. Now you wouldn't have known that if you'd have just turned up on the bank and cast out. You'd have thought, oh, my lead's not sunk much, but you wouldn't have known you was in 6 foot of water. And on a lake like this, that means catching no fish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And what we tend to do is go out on the boat and we look for, first of all, good depth, don't we? We don't like to fish at the moment on a lake like this less than about 15 feet of water, so we're looking for a good depth. We can also tell which areas are clear and which are snaggy, can't we? Yep. Sometimes there's lots of fish in the snaggy areas, but you've got to weigh it up. Is it worth hooking a few more fish, but you're going to lose more, aren't you, in the snags? And whether the snags, how bad they are, you can get acres and acres of snags which are not too bad, can't you? Which you can go out on the boat and you can flick your line off of them.
Yeah, which tend to be just the old tree stump and
very clean stumps,
yeah.
And you get another area of snags, perhaps there's not so many, but they're horrendous, and some of the worst, I think, is where the water's washed away the soil underneath the tree and you're left with exposed roots, and your line gets caught under them and on, doesn't it, on the little twigs that come off them. And you could have just a few snags which are very bad. So from experience you can tell which are which. But mainly we're looking for features. If you can find a shelf, personally I prefer to fish over here, the bottom of the shelf. Do you prefer to fish on the shelf?
No,
you prefer the bottom as well.
Yeah.
We're looking for humps and bumps in the bottom, aren't we? Any feature that might channel the fish a certain way or anything like that. I don't think food stocks vary a great deal. There's probably more crayfish and that in the snags than in open water, but I don't think that matters too much, does it?
No, I think it's not only the crayfish in here, there's a lot of snails and all sorts of life in here for them. Very rich waters, being that the water's changed so often that goes through them, doesn't it? You know, it's water going out and fresh water coming in all the time.
Yeah.
And bits of bank that are grass one day are covered in water, and you know, the fish just love it, don't they? It's so rich, the waters. Yeah,
well that's what they do with fish ponds, isn't it? They drain them, let them grass over, then they flood them again.
Yeah.
It's supposed to enrich the waters and encourage the natural food, and you're getting that happening here all the time. And it's no wonder they grow to 60, 70 pounds on a water like this. You hear people referring to echo sounders as fish finders sometimes, don't you? But we don't really use them for that, do we?
No, we've found it to be a disadvantage as well at some times. Sometimes we've actually used it and picked up a lot of fish in the swim and thought we was going to cane them, and then you actually get nothing, don't you? And you're sort of a bit despondent at what's happening. So we tend to just use them for finding the depths and the features on the bottom and all like that. I mean, the fish finder bit, it doesn't actually work too well in the shallow water either, just because of the acute angle that it's coming down. You're only in sort of 12 foot of water, you're only picking up, I would imagine.
Very small area at the bottom.
Just under the boat sort of thing. I mean,
yeah.
This perhaps why you're always finding fish in deeper water, because the angle is that much greater, you know. Yeah.
You certainly can't use them as fish finders, can you? There's no doubt about that at all.
There's some pretty good ones out nowadays. I believe that Eagle have got a new one out for about 280 quid that's supposed to be really good, a portable one.
Yeah.
I have to see if we
You're going to treat me to one next year?
Yeah, I might do for Christmas.
Yeah. Right, come on Alan, show us what's producing all these fish for you.
I'll give the old swim a bit of a rest this afternoon. Took the lines out for a little while, just so there's not lines through the swim all day. When I brought the baits in this morning, there was been no crayfish damage, so what I put out last night, the most of it's still there. So what I'm just going to do now for tonight, or this evening's session shall we say, I'm just going to put a big stringer. That's the hook baits, 3 hook baits on a big stringer, and I'm just going to put that over where I put quite a bit. I put about 5 kilo of bait I spec last night, all boilies in. I'm just going to take that out, so just got some fresh baits to fish on top of it. I'm pretty convinced that most of that 5 kilo is still there. So as fish comes in tonight, I think there's plenty of bait for it, so I'm going to take that one out. What I've done on the other rod, got to try a different area tonight on one of them. Different bait, that's on the old honey nectar. This is the old bird spice, again on a PVA stringer, about 20 baits there. Got to try a different area of this one altogether, try and fish further down into the bay, try somewhere a bit different. Again, I've got to fish 3 hook baits on the rig again. And what I've done, I've just got a few bits of macaroni or spaghetti and just pushed them on so that the first one they pick up with 3 in just the hook bait. There's some scattered out there that are together. Spaghetti will go soft in the water, but it will still keep them together. Takes some time to go soft. I've done some with 3 as well, so there's groups of baits. There's single baits, the stringer, 3 on hook, and 3 of them. There's the double ones ready to go. I should put I don't know, a couple of kilo of them probably around the hook bait tonight, along with a big stringer. But in a separate area, just in case there's an odd fish coming in and picking up the baits. Don't look like there's going to be big quantities or big shoals of fish coming in. It's just purely going to be odd fish coming into the area. So I don't want to overbait at this stage. It's easy to add to your bait if you do get a lot of action, rather than once you've put a lot out, there's no way of taking it away. You can just leave the crayfish to do a bit, but they don't seem to be a lot of trouble at the moment. The baits are nice and hard anyhow, so we're getting no trouble with the hook baits, but occasionally when you bring them in, you've got a few claw marks in them. But if you put 3 baits on and they're only clawing one of the 3, then you can take it that they're not doing a lot of damage. If there's loads of them out there, then all baits are coming back clawed, or if they've been out 20 hours, some of them are actually sort of missing on the stringer or on the rig light. So I'll row these out, drop them off. Might get a run before dark with any luck.
You better turn that stove off, mate.
Why?
Well, I don't think you're going to believe this.
What?
On my way back from getting the bread, you know that bay where we had the fish, where I had the 240s and we had the 30s last time?
Yeah.
Fish jumping.
Joking?
No. Right between the bank and the island.
Go on then.
Lovely bit of grass.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me the good news.
No, honestly.
Yeah, we got to move again, I expect.
Yeah.
You're having a laugh, ain't you?
Oh, no, we've only got till tomorrow, but... Well, I'm going to go, even if you don't.
4 or 5 times we've moved this week now.
Yeah, but it's better to be on the fish for 24 hours, jumping fish, than be in this bay for a week without the fish, isn't it? I was there 20 minutes, I saw 4 fish jump.
Yeah? Yeah, you're
I
having
don't
me
want
on.
them. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Hey, you just don't like to see me comfortable, do you? Hey?
We've got to move. No, seriously, now, right now.
You got to tell me you ain't even going to have a cup of tea, you're going to move.
If I tell you I ain't going to have a cup of tea, do you believe me?
Eh?
Because you know how much I like tea.
If you don't have a cup of tea, I'll believe the fish are jumping.
Does that convince you? Come on, mate. Let's get going. Come on. Hurry up. Come on.
Bloke's a nutter.
I'm too much further down now.
You'll have to get a rucksack like me, Kev. It's a lot easier than you need trailers, I tell you.
Oh.
Well, you always used to tell me you travelled light when you went fishing.
Yeah, I do.
It looks like it.
Yeah, hang on, I ain't got no brakes on this.
Sure?
That'll do, I think. Wait a minute.
Is that near enough?
Yeah.
I'll get me a rucksack.
Just out in the middle there, I see the fish jumping. Just over halfway across.
So I expect that's your spot there.
Exactly where they jumped is my thing, yeah.
And I can go anywhere I like.
Yeah, up in that cave, in that corner.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it? Sun's out
This
now.
sun's coming out.
The wind out there.
Daisy change of wind and rain.
Still hacking along the wind out there.
Right, I'll go this side then, yeah?
Yeah, where you like.
Right. Let's get started.
Let's go hauling, as they say.
We deserve a bit of luck, I think. What's this old thing? Oh, it's yours. Where are you going? Over here?
Somewhere where it's nice and green. Oh. You might get to use this one day.
Oh, everything's covered in mud. What a game. This better be our last move, mate. Oh,
I've heard that before somewhere.
I'm fed up with you keep wanting to move.
Yeah. Oh, I just love this place.
Right, we just push the needle up the centre of the line. Kesmark supply a needle and needle threader with it, and it's a nice blunt needle, so you don't tend to keep coming through the side of the octus splice. You see it's going in quite nicely there. I'm going to go through about 3/4 of an inch of line. It's come out the side there, but it doesn't matter. Let's just get that last little bit. I think that will do actually. It's you can see about 3/4 of an inch there. We've now got the needle straight through the middle. Right, next stage is to put the swivel or hook on the end of the line using the needle threader. Put it through the eye and then put the octus splice through there. Pull that back through the needle. So that is now ready to pull it back through the centre of the main line, which I'll now do. You see it going up the centre there, coming through. It's a little bit fiddly. Here it comes. I haven't pulled it tight yet. You can leave it like that so that the swivel or hook hinges, which gives you a good presentation of the boilie or whatever bait you're using. Or you can pull this loose end, and now that is now tight on the swivel. You see, that's tight. So you've got the choice. You can let the hook hinge, or you can let it be tight. So I've now pulled that. Next stage is to just trim off the loose end, just carefully, like so. Job done. Now I'll pull that very hard. I'm really pulling that. I must be putting 20 pounds pressure on that. You can see it's not moved at all. If in doubt, you can put a little bit of super glue on there if you're worried about it. And look at the nice, neat presentation. No knot. I've done the same at the hook end. Look at that. It's a lovely line. It sinks quite fast, so it doesn't stick up in the area of the terminal tackle, which could frighten the fish when they're feeding. It's nice and tight on the bottom. And remember to splice where possible. Don't use ordinary knots, because the splice is 20% stronger than knots. And we'll just rig this up now with a lead, etc. I want some tubing, some tadpole leads, that's the tubing I want, 1mm rigid tubing, tadpole lead from Leslie's. Right, that's the lead, 4 ounce. Right. These are quite good setups, these. Just cut one of those a bit short. Put it on the lead. Now I want some tubing a little bit longer than the hook link, which I've got here, just to eliminate any possible tangles. Just slightly longer, allowing for the hair rigged baits, about 4 inches longer. Right, main line, which I've got here somewhere. Just put some lubricant in the tube. Doesn't sound very nice, but so the line will go through. I've heard some good reviews about this Octosplice, so I'm looking forward to trying it. It's a lot of my friends are using it at the moment. And I have to hold the tubing straight because it's a bit curved. Looks a bit weird, but there we go. Should be coming through any minute now. Right, that's the tubing on. Swivel over the lead. One of these on the line. Just tie the main line to the eye of the lead. Of course, the Octosplice doesn't have to be used with this setup. It can be used, just wet the knot, can be used with any favourite rig. Making sure the knot's nice and wet. Just trim the end off. Pull that down, like so. Just push the tubing either over the end of the tadpole or inside it. Which is a little bit fiddly, but we'll get it there in a moment. There we go. And there's the finished rig, without the bait on, of course. You notice that the tubing is much longer than the hook link. Nice and simple, won't tangle. Right, the other rig I'm using is one of my favourites. It's nice and simple. We'll just run through this one. It's a nylon hook link. Same tadpole setup, but you don't need the tubing up the line here because nylon just doesn't tangle like the supple hook links do. So you've got exactly the same here as what we showed earlier. It's a fixed lead setup. Now it's a £15 Silcast main line and it's £15 hook link. You don't need ultra technical rigs out here. That's a partridge boilie hook, and what I've done, I've carried the £15 line through that tubing. There's a loop on the end of the line, and we'll just put a couple of boilies on using the boilie needle. Put that through the loop. Boilies up the hair, and just put the boilie stop through the end as usual. A little bit fiddly. There we go. Some people prefer to just leave the stop like that. I prefer to just pull it into the bait a little, so it's nice and smooth. Now the beauty of this setup is, no matter how much the crayfish pull at it, or the carp pick it up and drop it, that's a very strong hair. And actually you can cart the lead around without breaking it. It's essential on these big French waters to have strong end tackle and strong hairs. And of course a nice strong hook. Nice and simple, won't tangle, and hopefully it'll catch us a biggie. Right, just to put that one out there. And there we go, in the rod clamp. Swing her on, buzzer on. Nice big mouthful for the carp there, 320mm boilies, which I should put just slightly to the right. That's just about well on it. And the last one towards that left-hand tree on the island. Right, last rod, all set up ready to go. We just put out a few extra baits. Oh, pardon me. Not fishing extremely long range, so I can put 3 boilies in a throwing stick at a time. Makes a change to be able to fish fairly close on this lake anyway. Got a decent depth out there. No point in rowing them out long distances.
You're not blowing that doll up again, Kev, are you?
No, this is a fox unhooking mat, mate. Good one too. Is that what it sounded like then? Yeah. Put that in the boat with the landing net. Lost count how many times I've set this up this week. Good job it's easy. Just put that in there and it's done. Oh. How's that old cup of tea coming on, Alan? Death.
Kev!
You're joking.
You in?
Yeah, I think so. It's probably a bream.
A bream pulling like that? You're having a laugh. You on? Is it on?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And a snag, is it?
It's probably a big roach or something.
Yeah. Is it coming?
Yeah, it's coming all right, yeah. Well, it's just... No, it's definitely a carp. I told you this would be the place. I'm a bit worried in case there's any... We don't really know what snags are out there, do we, really?
You want to go in the boat then?
Well, just wait a minute and just see what happens.
Landing net's ready if you want to go, give us a shout.
Well, it feels all right at the moment.
Oh. What?
I think I'd rather go out in the boat, I think.
Come on then.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Actually, looks
Grating,
like,
is it?
looks like it's grating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll go out in the boat, mate.
Yeah?
Is it all ready?
Yeah. Better be safe than sorry, you never know.
You got the net,
Yeah,
looking mat,
ready.
everything, yeah?
Yeah. Going out the front?
Yeah.
Is it in the snag or not?
Well, I think it's all right. It's just, I felt a little bit of grating, but you know what a warrior I am.
You alright?
Yeah. All right, mate?
Yep. You have to give us directions. Which way?
Yeah.
Is it straight out or what?
Well, yeah, just straight out at the moment.
Does it feel snag still or?
No, it feels all right. I won't give it any stick until we get near it. Slowly, mate, slowly. Just take it easy till we get out there.
Alright, is it?
Yeah.
Direction? Can you feel it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Feel a good fish?
Well, I'm just taking up the slack as you're rowing, really, like we usually do, just to get above it, you know.
Which way?
This way. Not too fast. Steady as you go. We're about 30, 40 yards from the fish.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's definitely ain't snag now. Don't
I
reckon?
don't think so, no.
Oh, good. Sick of losing them on snags this week.
Go that way a little bit.
You alright?
Yeah.
Which way?
You're not too bad as you are, yeah, just a little bit on that one.
Want me to row or you? I'm alright where I am.
You're all right. That ain't doing much.
Big un then. Plodding about.
Just keep this side of the fish, I think would be best.
Good job it ain't so rough today. Wouldn't have been able to do this the other day.
No. Oh, I can feel it a bit now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just turn the boat a bit.
Which way?
So the back comes round that way.
What, this way?
That's it, yeah. That's better.
Alright?
Yeah.
Near the boat, yeah? Give us a shout because of the oars.
What I don't want to do, I don't want to go that side of the fish if I can help it. That's it, keep going on that paddle.
What, this paddle?
Yeah, it's coming under the boat now.
We'll be able to see it now. The water's a bit clearer today.
Turn the boat a bit. Oh.
Alright?
Yeah, it's taking line.
Trouble is you never know how big they are from these old boats, do you?
No.
Can't get the pressure on them from the boat you can from the bank.
I think we're all right. It's don't feel snagged or anything.
Oh, that's good. Shouldn't be too bad this bay, should it? Snags, I wouldn't have thought.
No. Last time we fished it, did we find much out there? Just one or two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is the
odd
place
ones.
where we had the other big ones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going on that oar. If you can just keep the boat round a bit.
Yeah. Is it just...
Look at it, it
Deep
just ain't
down.
doing nothing.
What do you reckon? What's it feel like?
Feels a good one. Just watch we don't drift too near the island, because I think there's more snags over that way.
Okay, boy. Oh, just tell me, I'll try and hold it here then, because the old wind's drifting us a little bit that way.
I'll let you know if the line comes near the oar.
Right, boy.
When it's ready for netting, are you going to do the honours?
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
So you just stay on the oars till it's ready.
Yeah. What's happening? Anything?
No, it's just a heavy lump of a big carp, hopefully.
Yeah.
Definitely not a green.
Green.
Let's get fighting chairs in here.
One in butt pads and a harness. The wind. Shouldn't said anything about the wind. Seems to be getting up a bit.
Just keep us back that way a bit.
Yeah. This way.
It's going again. I don't know which way it's going. Straight down, really. Yeah, if you keep us going back to where we were. Blimey, arms are aching now. On the arm.
Nothing happening.
Look at it, look.
Terrible, isn't it? You get him on the bank, you wouldn't be half the time, would you?
We might have to go back to the bank if we can't
Get it up,
in.
like. Swimming alongside the boat, isn't it? You alright as I am?
Yeah, I'll see if I can get it up. I can't get it up.
Take your time, boy.
It's a good fish, that.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
Gotta
just
be.
not. It's not doing anything. It's just.
Been on a long time, mate.
Come on.
You'd never had a rod bent like that on the bank if you was playing them from the bank.
No, I suppose you wouldn't, would you?
You don't
Mind
seem to be giving them
you,
any
the line is
pressure.
going downwards. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going out, isn't it? A different angle, so
Yeah.
it looks more bent, I suppose.
Try and bait it to the bank, I think.
Oh.
Oh! Near the top then, wasn't it?
I don't know. No, I think it's mid-water.
Yeah. This could be a big boy. Hey?
Yeah.
Take your time, mate. Might be a bottle of champagne job, this one.
He just ain't doing nothing. Oh!
You ain't bringing that in this boat.
Hang on, steady,
Jeez,
steady.
mate.
Bloody hell, that's a big fish, isn't it?
It's a whacker, boy. Goose easy now. For
Here,
Christ's
get
sake,
hold of
don't
that
lose
net,
it.
mate. Is that
Big boy, innit?
Is that a big fish or what? Oh no, it's going again. No, I don't want to give it too much stick, I don't want to lose it. Right.
I don't like it when they do that.
Oh, I don't believe it.
What?
Oh, it's so powerful.
Come
Right,
on, get him up, boy, get him up.
Here it comes.
Oh,
Here it comes, mate. It's coming, it's coming. Here it is.
I see it.
There it is.
Bring it towards the net.
Oh, get it in there, boy.
It won't fit. Yes! It's a whacker! Oh my God, look at the size of it. Run, boy. Look how it's huge.
Bloody hard work. Right, do you want to bring it in on this unhooking, Matt? Or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring it to... Do you want to collapse the net?
Yeah.
Good old nets though, isn't it?
Business for these boats, mate. Just got to lift it over the side. You might have to give us a hand. It's huge, boy.
Well...
Yeah, give us a hand, I think. Got to give it some slack line.
Yeah. It's got some.
Yeah.
Where should I put the rod? Just put it just there for a sec, right? Just gently, because
Huge boy, hang on.
I'll take this end if you can.
We better do it after 3. Right?
Yeah, but watch it. If water comes over the side, just let it down again, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. Jesus, wept is huge. Got it?
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever seen anything like it? Well done, boy.
Is that a mega carp or was it what?
Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate. All right, let's get back to the bank. Oh, what a fish, eh? What a fish and what a fight. So PB, we're going to have to open the old bottle, aren't we? Yeah, I'm sitting at the front of the boat. It makes it difficult to steer, doesn't it? Lovely jubbly. Keep going this way a bit. Oh, we're there. Stay still. It's not 6 foot deep here, is it? Oh.
All right, mate?
Yeah.
It's getting seasick. It's like a ferry crossing, that was. Come on, then, we'd better both of us lift this, haven't we? Come on. Doesn't matter how we go.
Right.
Yeah.
We're just down here somewhere, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. It's heavy. Put it on that bit of flat mud there.
All right?
Yeah. Get the old scales. God, what a... God, them scales. Size of saucers, isn't they beautiful?
What a fish, eh? Wow.
Didn't think I'd ever see one that big, boy.
That might not be your personal best.
Ain't far off £50, mate. If it ain't £50, that one, I'll tell you.
That is a lovely fish, isn't it? Look at that.
Do you want any water or is it all right?
Look, no, it's all right. Look at the scales on the wrist, look.
Beautiful.
Zero the scales. Back a bit. You're cheating a few ounces there. What a fish.
That's it, mate.
Look at that. What an incredible fish, eh? How big do you reckon that's going to be, mate?
Well, I think it'll be far off £50, I don't reckon.
No. Right. Nah, I don't think it's going to quite make it.
It's the biggest fish I've ever seen on the bank, mate.
Right, let's get it in there.
Right, it's going to be big enough.
Yeah. Oh. Let's bring that round the front a bit. Oh dear. Steady on, fella. We don't want you hurting yourself.
Oh, it's old belly.
Hey?
It's old belly's full of summit, mate.
Boilies, I expect, and crayfish and everything else. Just make sure it's in the sling correct.
Here we go then.
Yep.
What do you reckon? I think it'll be far away, I don't reckon.
£75.
God. Go on in.
Looks like it's just under 49.
No.
Are you clear?
I think so.
Just turn it a bit into the sun. You alright?
Yep.
48, 12. 48, 12. Do you want to check it?
No, go on.
Oh,
See if you're happy with it.
Are you off the ground?
Yep.
You ain't cheating me out of a few pounds, are you?
As if I'd do that.
48, 12.
Bloody hell, boy. PB, innit?
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Magic. The old camera has some photos, haven't we?
Yeah.
Could do them now before it gets any darker.
Yeah, in my black box.
It's got film in it.
Yeah.
Oh, new camera.
Yeah, it's about time we tested that. What a fish, eh? What a fish. The scales on its flank. God, didn't it fight?
Yeah, I think sometime along the way you said you thought it might be a bream.
Well, when we first got the take, I thought, that's Alan mucking about.
I was putting the old buzzers up. Let's just press and shoot in it.
Yeah, switched it on to program.
Pete, yeah.
Push the button and turn it.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, boy, when you're ready, if you can hold it. Look at that. Well done, boy. Can't believe it. Struggling like that.
Just take a load quick.
And then to get it as easy as, well, not as easy as that.
What, after all the efforts we put in this week, and it's easy?
No, but I mean, just to turn up and catch it like that. Unreal, isn't it?
Yeah. Everyone's so
Told you it's
unlucky.
a good idea to move, didn't I?
You didn't like the idea of it this morning. Look at the mouth on it and the nose.
Can we get one head on? You're right.
God. Huge great mouth. Just like some carp anglers I know. Oh, I'm going to have to rest in a minute.
Oh, but I took about 15.
Hang on,
That's beautiful.
Let me
that
just
is.
put it down a second. I'll lift it again. Oh, what a fish, eh?
Magic.
Look at that. Soon recognise that. There's two big scales there. What a lovely fish. Beautiful. Lovely golden colour. Absolutely incredible, look at it. Amazing.
Well done, mate. Magic. Hey?
Huge.
48-12 with monstrous mirror carp.
Yeah. That's incredible, isn't it?
Do you reckon that's ever been caught before, that one?
I don't know.
Don't look like it, is it? Immaculate.
There's a
isn't it?
slight mark there, but it may be during the fight, just at the
Yeah.
back there, but...
Immaculate.
Right, you're going to just take one, couple more stills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to catch a whacker, it might as well be a pretty one, mate.
Yeah. You ready?
Hang on.
How's
Idiot-proof, these cameras, aren't they?
Eh?
Idiot-proof, these cameras.
Yeah, I
aren't
don't know if they'll stop you making a mistake, though.
they? Can you hold it out a bit, 'cause it don't look very
No,
big?
I can't. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Only looks about £48.
Yeah? You done?
No, no, it's steady, mate. Take it easy.
Quick.
Get it off. I like to see you suffering, mate, to change.
Hurry up.
Or what you've put me through.
Right?
Yeah, all right, mate. You put it back?
Yeah.
Can manage that, can't you?
I'll carry it back in the sling and then I'll just hold it.
Okay.
If you can take one shot of me putting it back. Got a few picks, haven't we? Look at that. Just look at that.
It's immaculate, mate. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
What a fish. Just imagine what a 70 looks like. Right,
I reckon you were being greedy there.
back it goes. We'll give it a wave goodbye. Look at that. Must be nearly 3 foot long. There it goes. Thanks very much for picking up my boilies. I better steer him the right way, I suppose. That's your way back to your home, go on. Off you go. What's up?
Where am I?
Oh, Alan, don't! You bastard! Oh!
Where am I? Awesome!
I hope you've saved a bit. That tastes lovely. Have you saved some? Oh, the fish is still here as well.
That's nearly as wet as you, Kev.
Oh, he's going now.
We'll have to get a bottle of drink now.
Oh, you shouldn't have wasted that champagne. It's supposed to be for drinking. God, it's all in my eye. It's stinging.
Nah.
You bug. I'm going to get my own back on you one day. Is there any left?
No.
Oh, you rotter.